Your field stabilized. Intaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Optimizer, gonna be Soulkey, our yellow Zerg player, against Shuttle, the orange Protoss. Alright, so an excellent ZVP sent to me by RJB. These two players are legends in their own right. And it's been a while since I've cast a PvZ. A lot of ZVT lately with some PvT sprinkled in. And ZVP is my favorite matchup in Brood War. But I know that ZVT is the most popular one. And, let's see here. If you're a Terran player who watches ZVP, you're probably annoyed at the string of TVZ losses on my channel. I can just tell you there is at least one Terran win over a Zerg player over the last couple of weeks, okay? Okay, just so you know. So Optimizer, a giant 4-player map on snow. Whew, it's a snow map. No islands. It feels like there should be, right? There's a version of this map that is islands, but I don't know. Optimizer can get everywhere on ground. It's a weird map, right? This is an expansion, and this is an expansion. Left and right. I had a ZVP where there was a Nexus here and a hatchery here. And a lot of stuff going on here. It was Art User versus... Who was it? Who was that Protoss? It was either Mini or Movie. I get those names confused, and I feel like they're both, you know, fairly similar in talent there. So 12 hatch in it here is our Duderama. Is that a 12 hatch though? I've had people yelling at me recently because of, like, there's no such thing as an 11 hatch Falcon, but like, he made the hatch and he had 10 supply. So that means he had 11 supply, then he made the hatch, and then he had 10 supply, and then he made some drones, and he made a spawning... I don't know, man. Can we call it a 12 hatch? It's a hatch first play. Does it make any... Is it like a huge difference if it's 11 or a 12? I don't know. Somebody in the comments needs to explain this to me, because I am all over the place with this thing. Anyway, Forge expanding. Could go for kind of a sneaky cannon rush here against the hatch firsting Zerg. Not something we see a lot, honestly. This is usually just a defensive play, and there it is. Recognizing the hatch means we don't have to make any cannons, not yet. So we can just go for the Nexus. Everything is nice and fine and wonderful in Protoss land. Honestly, as a Protoss, if you scout a hatch first play from the Zerg, you are a happy Protoss, because you don't have to deal with crazy early Ling floods that are just a pain to try and hold off. You have to wall off perfectly, and then you have to like rush out cannons, and if you didn't go Forge and trying to get a gateway up, that's even worse. Just bad times, a lot of panicking. But if it's a hatch first, then hey, the pool finishes at 3 minutes, so there's no way Lings can get over here and murder you in time to really cause you any problems. And this drone wants to expand here, it would seem, and the probe says, no, you're not. No, you're not, says Shuttle. Man, Shuttle is a scary Protoss player. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do here. Soulkey is not bad either, though. Let's just say Soulkey is not terrible. He is very good. I'm really hyped for this particular cast. It's kind of nice when you haven't cast a ZVP in a while, and pylon block at the third. When you haven't cast a ZVP... Oh, this stupid Ling. Get down there and attack... Oh, and he just throws down the hatch. Oh my gosh, and then that gets canceled. Actually, is this okay? It's not super ideal for mineral harvesting from this area, but it's about the same distance for gas, I guess. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that's a problem. But anyway, haven't casted a ZVP in a while, and it's Shuttle, one of the greatest Protoss players of all time, and it's Soulkey, an incredibly, really elite Zerg player. He played a game against Flash on my channel just a few days ago. I think that was on Wednesday, and I'm casting this, and, well, I'm posting this on a Saturday, so go check it out. If you're like, man, I like Soulkey a lot. He was fun in this game. I don't know if he is fun in this game, but he probably is. Then check him out against Flash. I'm not going to tell you anything else about the game, okay? Check it out. Go watch it. Oh, probe dies, scouts the lair timing, says, yeah, nothing too crazy here. And so, like, there's two sides of minerals here for this base, right? It's kind of awesome. But once you mine these out, it gains additional access to your base, which Zerg doesn't care about. I'm really surprised that Shuttle's mining these out, because it does give the Zerg additional access, which is what this probe is checking for. It's like, are there any Lings hanging out back here, waiting for these minerals to get mined out and this wall to go away, and then Lings run in and go blah, 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 blah. And there's a cannon too far away to stop them from getting inside this mineral line here, right on the right side of it. Basically, yeah. Zealot comes into the third. Super incredibly annoying. Really well positioned there. Only 2, maybe 1 Zergling at a time. Gonna get... really only 1 kill there. Well played by Soulkey. Nice control for sure. Faux show. Faux show, faux show, faux show. Third Nexus. I like this. So the probe actually came down here for 2 purposes. To scout if there are lings running around. And also to throw down a third Nexus. I like it a lot. So a few lings out, just kind of fanning, right? I like it when Zerg players do this. They fan lings out. They send overlords out in positions to scout, see if any Corsairs are running around. Because guess what? A Corsair is here because of course there is. There's also a Citadel coming in. Are you surprised by that one? No. The lings scout the Corsair, but I mean, we're good. Honestly, I think, yeah, that Spire... Spires take a while to finish. Maybe not incredibly good, but as good as a Zerg player can really be in this situation. As this Overlord takes the 42 hits required to kill an Overlord if you are a single Corsair. Fourth base. Love that. I'm not sure that... did this Overlord scout this? No, I should have checked. It probably... I don't know. It was like down here, right? If it did, really nice fourth base timing here. This is a kind of a nice space to hold, too. Oh, I don't know. That's a wide ramp, and that's a wide ramp. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure there are many great places to expand here. Love the macro hatch at the third base from the Zerg player, too. He's got the... He made a couple Scourge. Here they are. No Mutalisks, though. The first ZVP in a while where we haven't seen any Mutalisks from the Zerg player, which I feel kind of happy about. Another macro hatch at the natural location. Okay, so this indicates to me we're going to just see a lot of production. There's not a Hydralisk Den, though, so it really can't ling flood this. Maybe if these minerals get mined out, and then you send a bajillion lings in here, and they run right into the main base, and everyone's very sad. At least the Protoss are very sad. The Zerg players watching will be very happy about that. But I mean, it's got to be Hydralisks, right? We just haven't... That's that. That second gas here, too. What is this gas going for Soulkey? Oh, he's making Mutas. Okay, so... yeah, I don't know. So of all these recent replays, relatively recent replays that RJB's been sending me, I think this is a 2019 replay. 2020, perhaps. It's so many Mutalisks in ZVP. I don't know what it is. This did not used to happen very often in the games I was casting from 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. But somehow the meta shifted, and as we got closer to today, these poor Zergs, man. Look, and it works sometimes, okay? We've definitely seen situations where a Zerg player's gone for a bunch of Mutalisks, and they've won the game, and the opening of Mutas have gotten a ton of damage done, but not traditionally when there's +1 Corsairs, and they're continually being pumped, and that +1 attack is finishing, and then the Mutas just don't. They're not happy. They're, in fact, the saddest of Mutalisks. He's making more, man. Okay, well, at least he's going for Hydras, too. Where is this Hydralisk Den? Oh, it's up along this left side. Okay, cool. So Hydralisk Den exists. Nothing crazy, I guess. Pretty standard ZVP shenanigans here. And look, if you can use the Mutalisks to pick off the High Templar that are going to show up, and in fact are already here, then fine. If the Mutas all die, but they kill 4 High Templar before the Templar get any storms off at all, and then 27 Hydras show up and everything dies because the High Templar were the only counter to those Hydras, great choice. Well done. Not going to complain about it, but man, that is a tall order. Heroes capable of it. Is Soulkey capable of it? I don't rightly know. So it is 59 to 57 workers in favor of the Protoss at the moment. This is a lot of Mutalisks, man. Mutalisks on the wind. Singularity charge coming in. A little bit late, but I mean, went for High Templar fast, so fair. Also, Zealot Legs is kind of late, too. This is a bit of a turtley opening here from Shuttle, isn't it? I'd argue it is. So here are the Corsairs, and the Mutas are like, if you want to stop and kill us, the Scourge will catch you, so they can't. This is actually kind of genius. Okay, all right. Yeah, look at that. He picks off several of the Corsairs. They can't turn around, and they can't defend this, but then the Storm comes in, and that works pretty well in defending, actually. Okay, all right. That's an interesting little symbiotic thing there, right? The Corsairs are chasing... The Corsairs are being chased so hard by the Scourge that the Mutas can pick them off while they're retreating. And the Corsairs can't turn around. They catch a face full of Scourge. Very interesting. Potentially a third or a fifth base up the top left here. Although I don't know. This seems real easy and accessible, doesn't it? If you're cross-spawned, expanding here, unlikely that the enemy has, right? So Mute is poking a little bit. They scout. They see, okay. This is a lot of gateways, yo. So ton of gateways. What else are you going to do, though, as a Protoss? You can't go million Stargates. Like, you can go 2 Stargate and make a bunch of Corsairs. Yeah, but I mean, we're not going to see carriers in this matchup unless it's Outsider. That's the only map ever that we see carriers against Zerg. And it works pretty well, actually. I've seen it work very well for Protoss on that map. But here, this is not Outsider, this is Optimizer. They both start with an O. Top left here from Soulkey, going for a dat 5th base instead of taking this easy one that I, was thinking about earlier there. Also, 4th base timing from the Protoss. Yeah, there we go. About now. Taking this 12:30 position, I would say. So this has been, honestly, a pretty turtly Protoss opening. Like I said, he's got on 3 bases. He's up to 142 supply. And he's got what he wants. He's got speed lots. He's got Dragoons with range. He's got High Templar with Storm. He's got Corsairs. It's nice. It's a nice composition. And there's an Archon in here, too, just for good measure. Zerg player's getting Adrenal, right? Was working on a Defiler. Did I see a Defiler mound? I did. Defiler mound is on the way. Link. Oh, there's a run. There's really solid run-by potential here, but no. Maybe not with 5 cannons defending that wall. Get the High Temp. Oh, the High Templar comes in. Oh, the High Templar dies. And the Lings have done what they needed to do. Very nicely done. Man, this is really severely guarding this 4th base pretty heavily. I don't know. Leaving a Zerg player effectively alone for this long is just a really terrible idea. Soulkey's at 58 total workers. He's very happy about that. He's got macro hatches everywhere right now. Is that another? No, it's a Nidus Canal. Cool. Nidus Canal. I don't know. I'm really confused at how passive Shuttle has been. But again, he delayed the Zealot legs. And traditionally, the first time you send a major attack against the Zerg is the Zealot legs. Fast lots, right? Ling. This is, you snipe High Templar with Lings in this build. Oh, beautiful. Ling down, Archon down here too to these guys. Just fantastic. Consumes on the way. I gotta say, Shuttle is a terrifying Protoss, but I really feel like Soulkey is doing okay right here. I do. He's fine. Oh, this Dragoon just kind of wanders top left and is like, you have any defense here at all? And the answer is no. This Nidus Canal is dead too. How annoying. Ah, flank attack. Here comes Soulkey from the south. Lurkers in the mix. Loving that stuff. Where's the detection? Not around, apparently. Blind storming the Lurkers does something sometimes. Hey, it killed a Lurker there. Very nicely done. Corsairs hanging out at the top left. The Hydras could go jump up there. But it is 181 to 170 supply. So at 13 minutes, we just haven't seen any aggression at all. Both players are effectively maxed out right now. I mean, this is 190 supply now for Shuttle. 182. 185 is about where I feel the maxed out number is. But here comes Shuttle. He's got detection. He's got Dragoons. There is no Dark Swarm coming up here. Oh, but these High Templar, though. Dude, so many High Templar are just getting absolutely sniped. I'm really distracted by how many High Templar are dying on this right side here. Oh my gosh, another one just went down. That I'm not even noticing that the Protoss just won that engagement really handily, right? Top left base is toast. Sure, there's a Nidus here. Sure, there's Lings in the mix. I think they have Adrenal. Anyway, the Nidus is going to die. This top left base is dead. And Soulkey decides it's time to trade. Let's trade your 4th base for my 5th base. Yep, he's got the Defilers. He's got the Lurkers. He's got this is a dead base for sure. Only defending your base with Lings at this stage of the game against a Zerg player is instant suicide. I guess there's a High Templar here. That's not enough, is it? How many Lings? There's some... Oh my gosh. It's a 9-kill High Templar. But yeah, this base is in a lot of trouble. And then there's Lurkers burrowed along the route here, so that Shuttle can't just wander up here. Dude, High Templar showing up in this mess is a total problem. Alright, so the Defilers die, the Lurkers die, this one Ling. Yeah, he's got the Adrenal. Plague's coming in here too. So that was not a base for a base. That was a base for some probes. But also drones died up here too. So Shuttle heading down to the south, trying to see what he can pull off. There's a DT down here. completely denying this base attempt. Dude, there's 4 kills on that DT. Soulkey tried to replace his base top left by taking this easy one, and that DT was like, no, not allowed. So I wonder if we're just going to see continual expanding down this way. Soulkey taking the bottom half of the map, and maybe Shuttle taking the top side here. So 4th base survives. Got to replace a bunch of these cannons. Actually, all of the cannons die, but the Nexus is alive, and that's really all that matters, isn't it? I'd say so, yes. This DT says, you don't have any Overlords with you? Oh, killing a Defiler. Ling's body blocking for the Defiler to make sure he gets out of there. Really nice stuff. Where's the closest Overlord? Okay, Overlord. Okay, so the DT is dead. Yeah, I think he knew it, too. He accepted his death. I guess there was an attack at this base, too. At some point, maybe it was Muta's attacking it. We're just going to call it that. How about? Okay, cool. So drop coming in here. Soulkey knows the importance of drops against Terran and Protoss for sure. Soulkey taking the top left again, and there you go, expanding to this 530 position. But Shuttle says, maybe you're just going to bust right in to your natural, and then veers off course wildly. Like, overcorrecting a little bit here. No. Oh, look at this. Look at this lurker spread in here. That's so annoying. Plague-o! Nice Plague. Ooh, double Plague. Double Plague, yeah. But the Defiler pays for it with his life. This one's going to pay for it, too. Save him. Oh, distractions. Distractions abound here. Archon in the mix. Nice. 12 kills on that guy. He may have gotten some from his friends when, well, himself when he was High Templar. But beautiful Storm placement there, too. The Plague's not going to stop these Dragoons from doing the full damage that they intend to do and they're capable of doing. Dragoons firing at will. Lurkers coming out a bit of a flank here against these Dragoons. But again, if there isn't any Dark Swarm protecting them, the Dragoons are pretty much okay with that. Another attack, plaguing this time. Too many Zealots for a Dark Swarm to really work there. So they plague a cannon. Consume, 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 and what? What are you consuming here? Maybe for more Plague? That'd be awesome. So this does get held off. A couple High Templar and some Archons are heading on back home. Another Consume. Oh, and he Plagues! Nice! Oh, did he accidentally attack his own Corsair there? Dang, Shuttle, that's not good. Look, so top base here for Shuttle. This is looking, man, for Soulkey. 2 S names are really throwing me off right now. Oh, and the Mutas are out. So he made some more Mutalisks to try to deal with the Corsairs. He plagued them, so they're much easier to kill. This is interesting. This is a really good game. But man, it's back up to 68 workers here for Soulkey with his Need Money name. He does stream out on Afrika, so I'll put a link to his stream out there. If you want to go, if you can figure out how to donate money through Afrika, hats off to you. Because, yeah, Soulkey, you could use it at this day and age. This is what this is all about. What, 188 to 191 supply. Shuttle looking fine, honestly. He's on 4 bases. Probably want more. Corsairs getting picked off, by Dragoons and Archons and stuff. Nice. Well, that guy maybe not saved, though. But once again, Shuttle says, I'm really comfortable wiping out your top left base. So there's Mutas here, but man, the Archons are like, bot. And the Mutas have to get out of there. This is so many Zealots. This is where Adrenalings with good upgrades and Plague is almost necessary against this many Zealots, man. They got 3-1-2 upgrades. Look at them tearing through the Zerk here. The Nidus is jumping people out, but the constant storming, that was so sick. The constant storming is like, no. Anything that comes out of that Nidus is dead, and it is. Top left base is gone. Soulkey not really mounting any kind of a counterattack anywhere else. It's 199 supply for Shuttle, 149 for Soulkey. This is looking tough. This is looking really dicey for Soulkey all of a sudden, but he is double expand. Wait. One expanding. I guess he could double expand down here, too. These look exactly like a hatchery coming up. Look how they moved. But the mini-map indicator is exactly the same. Ling's cruising up. They're working on that 3-3. They don't quite have them yet. Lings will fight against Zealots if they outnumber them 4-1, right? Which is how many you need to kill a Zealot anyway. If you have Adrenal, you can do a little bit better than that as a Zerg for sure. But here comes Shuttle again. He's like, well, I'm maxed out. I guess that means it's time to attack. I've kind of sat on 4 bases for a while now. So let's just try to throttle Soulkey. This right side base, there's an observer scouting it. I think he might wait for that one to finish. This is a tough thing to come into. This little choky area with a ton of lurkers in it that are spread out. Yeah, not great. Good plague there, too. Great plague there. I think I'm hearing the rapid fire consumes coming in. And, okay, flank attack. Bottom side, left side. Is there enough here by way of Dark Swarm and Plague and Hydra and Ling to take out Shuttle? He's down about 20 supply, which is not ideal. That Corsair, man, gets saved by a beautiful storm there. So the Protoss pulls back. He falls back. He retreats. He's eating the Plague right now, but he's not going home. He's continuing to kind of pressure around. He's like, well, I guess I could wipe out this base. I wanted to go for this guy. It didn't work. But hey, let's keep pushing right side. Anytime you can kill a hatchery against somebody as good as Soulkey is, that's a victory for sure. This Corsair, though, 0 kills. Thought he would have more than that. So this hatch, there is a handful of Lings to defend this thing. Soulkey just seems to be letting it die. He's basically asking the Protoss to attack him into these little choke areas. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about this. Is it another great plague? Yeah, another great plague. Got a plague. That was a beautiful plague, though. He does catch his own Lings there, but man, so many Dragoons have the red strawberry jelly, strawberry jam on them. Retaking the top left for the third time today now is Soulkey. Shuttle still hasn't expanded, which I am a little confused about. Hey, he sends a probe over. But there's a lurker right here. The lurker's got +3 attack. Nom, nom, nom. High Templar takes down the Defiler, doesn't kill the lurker. Probably another storm available on you, big guy. There's not. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look how much damage. And then finally, the Zealots say no. No, no, no. 3-1-2 upgrades still on the gateway units. The Hydras are at 3-3. The Lings are at 3-2 now. Almost at 3-3, though. 165 to 187 supply. If you can catch Protoss in a favorable engagement where there isn't too much storm and you're coming in from many angles, this could work. Once again, these Lings just kind of running into a wall. Another fantastic plague. Do not go in here, Zerglings. That is an Archon only. Okay, Zealot Archon against Lings is just sick. Absolutely disgusting stuff here. 175 to 150 supply in favor of the Protoss. Is everything getting plagued? Does every unit he has... Has everything been plagued? Kind of, yes. Not ideal for future engagements for sure, but nothing you can really do about it. You're not going to kill your own units to make space for new ones. Although if you had a massive bank advantage and you were kind of starving out your opponent Zerg, maybe that would make sense, but nah, I don't know. Killing your own stuff seems entirely crazy, unless you're freeing up supply. Like killing your own probes or something, I don't know. So another great plague, but there's enough Archons and Zealots in here that the Dark Swarm isn't doing much. Lurkers have to reposition down to the left side. That's a lot of Lurkers, man. Is he just going to eat that? Yeah, I don't know. Coming into a little choke area where everybody kind of gets bunched up against these Lurkers is just asking for trouble. Look, top left from Soulkey is happening. He needs this one. If he could kill this 5th base of Shuttles, too, he could definitely win this game. And the Plagues have been great, but it's not enough to win. Like, it's not like you just say, every one of my Plagues today was on point. I plagued the entire Protoss army 87 times, therefore I win. No. I've seen plenty of CVPs where there have been amazing plagues in Dark Swarms, and the Zerg loses anyway. Because the Protoss, you know, swaps into a lot of Archons, or the plague doesn't matter. What? Oh my gosh. This is a scrappy defense from Shuttle, and suddenly he's down to 153 supply. I know someone in the comments is going to come in here and say, where are the Reavers? And I hear you. Every one of the ZVPs that I've cast over the last couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so, and the Protoss has lost, there's been someone who's left a comment that said, why aren't there any Reavers? I don't know, man. Maybe they just feel like Storm has more applications. Reavers can get picked off by Mutalisks. Like maybe the Muta opening totally spooked Shuttle into not doing that anymore, right? Can you unload up here? It looks like maybe... Oh, you can. Oh, sinister laugh. This is just a little bloodbath right here. Nice ob snipe, but there's backups for sure. Dude, these... No, don't come back in. No. That's a 9-kill lurker, baby. Nah, 10-kill lurker. No, probe count not happy. Dude, is Soulkey scratching and clawing his way to victory here? It's not over yet. Nobody has called a GG. Nobody has left the game. Sometimes they're not a GG because I think they're on Discord chatting. But, man, Soulkey taking another base left side. He's got this covered. He's got all the lurkers known to Zerg kind here, which the Archons, again, don't necessarily care about. Archon Zealot against Massa Lurker is not a bad idea. I'm going to state that for the record. It's not terrible, but man, that's a lot of 3/3 lurkers down there. So they hold this, and then they're like, is there no one? There's no mining happening at that base. That's huge. That's ginormous. It is Reavers. Hey, look. Shuttle's like, okay, Falcon, if your fans really want me to make Reavers, I'm going to make some Reavers. And he does. What a boss. Shuttle's like, man, this is a lot of lurkers. You know what's really good against lurkers is Reavers, too. Sick good against lurkers. You know what's also good against lurkers? Carriers. But you know what's really good against carriers? Dark Swarm and, like, anything. So I really don't feel like today Soulkey has won any of these battles. He's traded okay in them, but he always ends up with no army. And Shuttle always has some army remaining. But again, as a Zerg player, if you can just have more bases and have more workers and have more income and have more bank, yeah, you can make trades that aren't the best ones in the entire world and still win the game anyway. Soulkey seems pretty okay with hanging on to the left 2 bases. And just letting... I mean, I'm really surprised that nothing has killed this yet. Why can't you storm up there? I guess the High Templar can't get close enough without getting lurked. Without getting spined. So little groups of Lings are trying to pick off High Templar. Oh my gosh, another couple go down there. 3! Okay, the High Templar sniping in this game. If Soulkey wins this thing, that's it. The Mutas haven't been doing it. It's been the Lings, which is so much more dangerous for them to do it, because they're running in amongst these Zealots and these Archons, and just they know they're gonna die. Look at this. Lings up here, Lings down here. Just harassing the ever-loving crap out of this dude's Shuttle right now. 192 to 192 supply. This is a great game. RJB, man, when he personally sends me a match, he is not joking around. It is really impressive and really fun in some way. Focus the Nexus. Focus. I guess probes are the guaranteed damage, though, right? Okay. If he can hold on to this, if Shuttle can hold on to this base, which he's staring at menacingly, he can definitely win this game. Oh, little Reaver drop action. Hey, 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 hey. Beautiful, beautiful Reavers here, yeah. They're going to take down a single... Well, Shuttle's dead. The Lings have good upgrades, so they're gonna die, but also they'll kill the Reaver. So both Reavers die. Shuttle thinks about coming in here while the distraction is going on, but no. I cannot believe Shuttle has allowed these lurkers to sit up here as long as they have. Finally, deigns to bring an observer over so we can see the lurker, at least, instead of guessing where it is. 193 to 170 supply. It's swapped here. Shuttle is out of cash. Shuttle needs this base more than anything, more than life itself. Okay, that's exaggeration, but hey, God, the plagues on these Zealots, plus they don't trade well against the Lurkers necessarily when they're in these numbers anyway. That's a free Archon. Can he take a Lurker with him? Yes. And actually, the Archon is not dead because everybody unburrowed. Neat. More Ling stuff here from Soulkey. Just harassing the supply lines. Zerg players can do this better than the other races because Lings are fast and they hit like trucks. And they can be there. Oh, this probe. No, you're transferring right through a war zone. Oh, down to 45 probes remaining here from Shuttle. He needs this base to live. He finally got rid of these lurkers somehow. Did they get picked up? No. Does High Templar do it? I think that High Templar did it. Soulkey's like, okay, if I kill this base, I win. Is that what I'm hearing? Kind of. 175 to 116 supply. Again, I don't feel like Soulkey has won any direct engagements today. But he's just out-macroed the ever-loving heck out of Shuttle with many more bases, more income, more units produced. Recognizing he's going to lose 1 million of them to Swarm and Archons and Zealots and Dragoons today, and he just doesn't care. He's up 182 to 124 supply. What a flip. What a flip the script win this was for Soulkey. Everything changed when he was able to take that top left corner, take those 2 bases, and deny that 4th base of Shuttles, and that's it. Yeah, you could storm all day, but Soulkey comes out on top. Insane. 14 kill High Templar. This base goes down, and Shuttle knows that's it. He can't do it. You can't win, not with these bases rolling for Soulkey, not with this base rolling for Soulkey. Not going to happen. He couldn't protect this base, and he couldn't live on 1 base, so he tapped out. Again, I'm struggling to think of a time in this game where the Zerg army and the Protoss army clashed, and the Zerg army just wiped the Protoss out. It didn't happen. It does happen in ZVPs. It's not like it's a weird thing to see. It happens all the time, but Soulkey just getting in there, prioritizing sniping High Templar over anything else. I mean, of all the High Templar that died today, there are still 6 right here for Shuttle. He still has so many. He's got at least 2 up here at this base too, which is hilarious. But yeah, just you're going to weather the storm. The units lost tab is going to be very educational today. I really feel like Soulkey lost, man, at least twice as many units. At least twice as many as the Protoss did today. And we'll see how that works out. We'll see, obviously, Soulkey wins. He just outproduced the Protoss. That's how this works, right? Obviously, yeah. So, man, hit that like button if you enjoyed this game before we check out the final score. Also, if you want to support me for 6 days a week of Brood War on Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin, and clicking the join button down below makes you a member of the channel too, which is very fun. So 278,000 points there from Soulkey, 263 from Shuttle, and yep, look at that. The kill-death ratio is 4-to-1. A 4-to-1 kill-death ratio for the Protoss, for Shuttle in a 30-minute game. If I put this poll up on Twitter and was like, yo, look at this kill-death ratio for Shuttle, you think Shuttle won? You'd say, yeah, absolutely. But then you look over here, and Soulkey produced 1,158 units today to Shuttle's 351. This is one of the most awe-inspiring units produced, units killed numbers, statistic pairings I've ever seen. Look at this. And resources favoring Soulkey, because you don't get a units tab like this unless unless your total spent number looks like this, right? Wow. Soulkey, truly just a monster. Okay, well, that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, and an incredible game from Shuttle and Soulkey, but someone had to come out on top, and Soulkey did. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.